coming from within. I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up they octaves, now they truly focused in. I'm seeing 2020 visions. Daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash gotta make it. It's James Bond, I stay on the mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Put the opposition in. All that lane switching, this is what the game is. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial, do this for my millennials. I be murdered.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. A moment ago, through a shower of pyrotechnics, it was the hometown Broncos taking the field as they get set to do battle with Phillip Rivers and the Los Angeles Chargers.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. Gordon, a Pro Bowler for the second time last season, 885 yards, 10 touchdowns, and that was only in 12 games played a season ago. And he also switched jersey numbers in the offseason from 28 to 25. And 25, that's the number he wore when he was dominating the Big Ten college gridiron for the Badgers in Wisconsin. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Cornerback just threw my second guard.
On second down, it's Gordon, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
A couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. He's got his man. It's well up of 16 and a Charger first. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. On second down now, it's Gordon. It's a first down and more for Gordon. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
390. Here we go.
Now a carry by the third-year man. This is Austin Eckler. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That'll go as a loss of 5, and it'll be second and goal. try to throw here. Rivers. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Melvin Gordon hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for. Taken.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Come on, set.
Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. This is Royce Freeman, second-year man from Oregon. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Jatavis Brown there on the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Everyone got 4 down. Slam. Hit it.
Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a 1st down.
It's a gain of 28 yards. And the Broncos first down.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Now a 1st down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
34 yards there and a 1st down.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit, because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a 1st down with his very next run.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and now it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsay.
Wow, bro.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver
Blocking like a
touchdown.
motherfucker, dude. I don't
Philip
understand.
Lindsay hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. Extra point from McManus is good, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Charger drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 at the 19-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Go. 0.
Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
Now Rivers. And that is
Wow,
incomplete.
bro. Stretch out for it. It's not that fucking hard.
Fourth down, and on is Ty Long to punt.
Shit is so fucking
He'll send
delayed
this
down
one
there.
into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. This is taken at about the 14. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Hey, watch the slant. Quick down, quick down. Clear. Come. Joker. Jump pilot. 64. Weak. Slant. Switch. Fire.
The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. A loss of 2 there. Second down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play, and guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And this
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. Third and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and that leads to a play action sack.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Check. Check 26, check 26.
This is Gordon. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
You've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
What the fuck? That's not the pass hit.
Watch the shit. Left to right. Hey, Delta!
On third down, Rivers. And Jennings has it. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It's a gain of 11.
12.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Rivers. And that's caught inside the 35. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. A nice little completion there by Phillip Rivers. And you and I were reading the article yesterday, 5th grade. Rivers had to do a project where he had to make a poster about his dreams and aspirations. So he clipped out a football player from a magazine article and pasted his face on the helmet. That's what he wanted to be, and it turned out okay.
Not so bad at all. Remember, he's the son of a coach. And on that play, I think he made the old coach proud with that completion.
And he fires one that's intercepted.
Of course, man.
By Kareem Jackson.
These games are coming in free, bro, so I gotta get rid of it fucking fast.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
I fucking hate Phillip Rivers, man.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
McManus's point after is good. And that makes the score 14-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
From the 22, Rivers escaping the pressure right. Able to get this to Gordon. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Play fake. Rivers. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted.
Everyone's double, bro. Too much fucking
Jackson. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Ready, break.
Broncos take over first and 10 at the 41-yard line.
X3, 218, chopper.
Watch the eye. He's crashing.
Hey, Haywood.
31's the mic. Go on. Come on, D.
Yes.
31's the mic.
Hey, Foxtrot. They go.
After the turnover, here's Locke. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jerry Tillery able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
After the sack on first down, Locke, screen pass to Lindsey. And give him 9 yards on the second down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
On third down, here's Lindsey. It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with 4th down, forthcoming.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it? How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. So good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Got his man. It's Williams. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a 1st down. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Rivers. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for 13 and a Charger 1st.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Now Gordon on 1st down. Now a flag comes in from the umpire after a gain of about 4.
Come on, bro.
And this looks like it's going to be holding.
Of course it's fucking holding, bro.
Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. Come on, baby. Come on, man.
Buckle it up. Buckle it up.
Motion me out. 45.
To throw is Rivers. Flushed out right. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter. A lot of time to change things. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
Jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
Now, Rivers. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Going with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, Delta! Small! White, 89!
To throw again. Rivers. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. Got a man. It's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, touchdown number 15 on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. That'll be taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's locked. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. He was looking to go back to Sutton there, and it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
31.
On the ball.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. Finds his rookie
no
first
way.
rounder. It's Noah Fant. And he's going to
That motherfucker was out running Derwin, though.
midfield. How about 25 yards on third down? They'll take it.
Caught it over Derwin, outran Derwin, though. That's bullshit. I don't care how fast he is, though.
Break.
Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on. Shift.
Now.
A final shot before half for Locke. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. This is taken near the 13. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for, and it's third down.
On the set. Go. Topper.
And now the Chargers are going to look
I
up
don't know
here
what
and
was going
signal
on
for a
in my view right
timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Get him. Hard. Slap. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island.
From the gun on third down, Locke. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down. Sutton is part of a good young receiving core for the Broncos. They liked Sutton enough last year. They traded away Demaryius Thomas, if you remember, halfway through the season. And Sutton, he responded. Rookie campaign, had over 700 yards, 42 catches for the man from Brenham, Texas, which is located halfway between Houston and Austin.
Come on, set. 18 gator. Now. Hey, Echo.
50 seconds to mine. You're not ready. 50 seconds to mine.
Hey, lock it. Get it.
On second and 11 now. Locke. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play, one-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Undercrunch. Shit.
Big grip.
This is Freeman. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Locke gonna throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Uchenna Nwosu got the sack there.
That would be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the third quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Check 3, check 3, check 3. Hey, hey, hey.
They'll try and get the ground game going. Here's Gordon. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. He was brought down there by Will Parks.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
They didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. And they'll get him down up past the 15. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run-blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlling the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
Easy, easy.
Another toe for Gordon.
Are you fucking kidding me, man?
That he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Check in, check in. You got to get the ball. Do you get the ball right here? Let's go.
To throw on 3rd down, Rivers. It's hauled in here by Edmond. And they're going to get him down well
you
short
got the best fucking tackles in the game,
get
though.
this to about the 19. They stop him
covered.
for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up
10 to 2
4th down.
covered,
Here's Ty Long now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Taken in at the 22. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play. Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Here we go. Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog. Check 31. Protein spill. 57, Mike. Mike 57.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Locke. He's got his big tight end, Fant. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Welcome back now to Denver. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Locke to throw. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. The Broncos had 15 4th down conversions last year, most in the NFL, and they're going here.
Bravo. Ready.
They'll go for it. It's Locke. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. Phillip Rivers, no stranger to fourth-quarter comebacks. He's led the Chargers back to victory 26 times coming into this year. But work to do here if he wants to add another notch to the belt. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
On 2nd and 9, Rivers. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
First down, Chargers.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
He's going to let it go end zone. And this is caught for a touchdown. Now hold everything here. Flag in the backfield. This one might be coming back. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Following the penalty, here's Gordon. Dropped at the 35, but he was able to display the agility there. That's a gain of 6 on the first down run.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Hey, wahoo!
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Rivers got Gordon open, completes it. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Here we go, G. Get off the field.
Rivers on 3rd and 2. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
17-17 the score. All even to this point as it kicks away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Come on, let's go.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
And that pass is going to be intercepted by the All-Pro DB Desmond King. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now a 20th carry, number 20 here for Melvin Gordon. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. On third down, Rivers gets it to Gordon. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And this one will not get there.
I'm fucking lagging.
Anyway, it's
like
no
hardcore
good.
lag.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a carry for Lindsey. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Tackle made there by the safety, Derwin James.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. And he's going to get across midfield. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
We've called a lot of games, but we don't normally talk about inside linebackers being that fleet of foot, do we?
No, he was able to get outside there to make that play.
Yeah, and you know what makes them faster? Their ability to read plays, understand what offenses are trying to do, and put themselves in proper position.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some...
Back to throw. Lock. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Charger drive about to get going. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. The Charger drive about to get going. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that when they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Push him back. Back. Check 24.
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on third down.
Hey, Haywood!
Here's Rivers. Open man is Gordon, complete. And he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
First down, Chargers.
Set, black 15, red Delta!
Check, crunch. Watch out.
Hey, Delta, black.
Rivers to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Bradley Chubb able to record his 5th sack of the season. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Rivers looking deep for Jennings. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They run it here with Gordon. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
All day, baby, let's go.
Down.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. First throw of overtime for Locke. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. Another nice job there defensively. They've really stymied their passing attempts, and it continues in overtime.
And for them to do that, that means they've had to be cohesive on defense. Pressure in the quarterback's face. Good coverage of not just the wide receivers, but the tight end, the running backs when they try and slip out, and making sure they're at the point of attack. When the ball's in the air, they get there and help force some of those incompletions.
To throw on third down. Locke. And that's going to be intercepted. It's the all-pro safety, Derwin James. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD. Still catching our breaths from that electric finish. You get into